Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Roha, Hordash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach on present truth, that teach and do rule well. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect that puts their truth with all truth and sincerity. This is your brother Zara Carter coming back for another video. All right, basically going into the countdown. All right, counting down, which is counting down of Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, being being wiped it out, being finished, kaput. All right, a new management, okay, in place, which would be Yahweh Shai, 144,000, the elect, the first fruits. Okay, so I got an article, well, not an article, but I just pretty much just put in Google America's decline, and went to Wikipedia, and it gave a couple of examples. So this America's decline, it said American decline is the idea that the United States of America is diminishing in power, geopolitically, military, financially, economically, demographically, socially, morally, spiritually, culturally, and matters of healthcare in or on environmental issues. So there's getting examples of everything that America is failing in. So it's like the military. We see that America has the alphabet peoples in the military, the transformers. So there's plenty of things that America is so what America was great at in the previous years now is waning down. Financially, all right, the dollar of America is pretty much nothing. Okay, it's fiat money. It's not real. It's not backed by anything. Demographically, socially, morally, we see peoples don't give a peoples just doing whatever, man. There's no morals in Babylon. Well, there's no morals in America, all right, which is Babylon the Great. There's nothing that's upright, man. Once again, they're pushing the alphabet peoples. They're pushing women's being over the man. Okay, there's no respect for anything. Everyone is like demons, man. All right, not being respectful. Okay, matter of fact, let's grab a book of, see if I can grab it real quick. Matthew chapter 24, because it says, once again, it says morally and spiritually. All right. We see Jake is acting like a bunch of gremlins, gang banging. Bear with me again, Akim. All right, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12, and it reads, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, America produces nothing but what? Just sin, man. Okay, they don't push anything that's upright, man. All right, they claim, the nation of Edom claim that they love, that they are God-fearing peoples, but really, their God is who? Satan, spiritual demon Satan. So they're not dealing with, Yahweh shine his word. All right, and I believe in 1983, they had a thing called Year of the Bible, right? Which was it Ronald Reagan? But it was called the Year of the Bible. I believe 1983 or 82. It was one of them, but so they're not upholding the scriptures, although they come how the Esau come. They come like with a meek, like a meek spirit, like he's humble, but inwardly, as it says, he's a raven and wolf, man, which really goes into like the our own peoples, these preachers and stuff being like sheep, but they're really wolves. But he comes in that same lot. Let's grab the book of is as butter. Grab this real quick and then get back to the article. Psalms 55 and verse 21. Salaki, I got it. Grab this. Psalms 55 and verse 21. And it reads, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were salted than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, because you know Esau, he's a hypocrite, man. All right, anytime you think he's trying to help you, he doing it for an agenda. All right, he doing it in spite. Let's go up to the verse 20. Psalms 55 and verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. You know, once again, he's not an upright man. All right, there's no agreement. You look at the Native Americans with the Pat. He broke every peace. You know, he broke every treaty he had with the Native Americans, again, Ruby, and so on and so on. All right, so back to the article. Once again, America Decline on Wikipedia. It says, so America Decline is the idea that the United States of America is diminishing in power, geopolitically, military, financially, economically, demographically, socially, morally, spiritually, culturally, in matters of healthcare or environmental issues. Skip down. It says, China challenging the United States for global dominance constitute a core issue in the debate over American decline. For instance, the United States is no longer an uncontested superpower in every region of the world, according to the 2021 Asia Power Index. Within Asia, the United States, Slovakia, the United States still takes the lead on military capacity, culture, influence. So pretty much, China, Moab, believes that they are the next to take over, man. They believe that they're the next to rule, that they're the next to establish, world control, which is false. It's the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel is next to rule. So that would be new management. The first fruits, 144,000, So let's grab a book of Exodus 23 and verse 30. All right, because this kingdom is waning down. This kingdom is losing its grip little by little. All right, by seeing brothers hit the highways and the byways, and calling this red man, the devil to his face, man. We couldn't have did that 70 years ago. All right, when we was in that bondage during the Jim Crow era, we couldn't have done that. All right, but we see that little by little, his kingdom is coming down. Now, brothers is going out declaring that this place is Babylon the Great, declaring that this place will be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. All right, so let's grab the book of Exodus 23 and verse 30. All right, now Exodus 23 verse 30 goes into little by little of the Hamites when we was in the getting ready to take the land of Canaan, but we're coming out of Egypt, but this place can be compared spiritually to the other captivities. All right, as it says in the scriptures, was written aforetime, written for your learning. Exodus 23 verse 30. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. By little and little I will drive them out before thee. This is what Yahweh Shai is doing with America. By little and little, man. Every day there's something that America, is losing its grip. A couple of days ago, it was Silicon Valley, the banks, So it's going to be only a matter of time before they make that big M to the O to the T to the B mandatory, man. All right? Okay? So, and if you don't know what that is, that would be something that would be, I can't say the whole word, but the hip, C-hip. All right? So, you got to say, you got to say it in a different way because they will, Esau Edom get in his feelings and clip your channel. But anyways, by little and little, I would drive them out before thee until thou be increased and inherit the land. Okay, by little and little. All right, it was a couple, like last month, it was another example of even eggs going up. It was like $4 or something. So, we see that things get more expensive, and that's leading to the famine. We see how America is once again losing its grip. All right, let's grab a book of Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel chapter 5. And verse 16, and that be pretty much it. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows, Ezekiel, real quick, Ezekiel chapter 5 goes into the nation of Israel going through, our punishment for, disobedience. All right, right before during Babylon. But once again, the curses that was on us Going to be on our enemies. The book of Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. Grab it real quick. So the curses that we went through also going to be put on our enemies. And how would thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. All right. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. There be no food left, man. All right. The food supplies, man, it will be utterly destroyed. You're gonna see a lot of these people that is haughty and prideful and just scoffing and mocking. Like there's not gonna be a famine, and there's not gonna be an economy collapse. You know, you're gonna see how they're gonna be looking, man. All right, when their ribs be showing, you know, from not eating. Okay, evil when I shall Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for the destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Yahweh, has spoken it. So you know there's going to be a famine. There's going to be wars. You see the war, you know, the brewing thing going on between Ukraine and Russia. I wish really Ukraine really belongs to Russia, but you know Vladimir Putin, you know, how about Shimon Shah got the spirit on him to, you know, go out there and you know and conquer, man. All right, so it's only a matter of time for this place be destroyed, man. The decline, you know, the counting down of America, Babylon, and Great is happening, man. All right. So verse 17 again, Ezekiel 5 and verse 17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee. And I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Yahweh, has spoken it. So it's going to happen. All right. Now, once again, Ezekiel chapter 5 is applying to the nation of Israel at that time. But right now, you can, you know, we're using it as it says, whatever written for time, written for our learning. So those curses that we went through is going to come up on our enemies, man. And once again, we see the grip of, you know, Babylon Great, aka America, is losing its grip, man. It's not as powerful as it once were. It's not respected. It's not revered as it once were, man. All right. It was all a Salakia. It was all a pipe dream, man. This place, it was just, it was smoking mirrors, as they say. All right, it was false, phony. So, anyways, I'm in it there, giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Hodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teaching the Ruah. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect that puts his truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom, Brakatham, Abba, Babal.